everybody doing tonight? Neon from John Mayer. I don't know that one. I apologize. Oh, we got some questions here already. How do you deal with not getting lost in the numbers of social media? Oh, you just don't give a shit. You got to do it authentic, like the more you're just enjoying it and just doing things you like, or what feels right to you, the more authentic it is, and the more you like it, and the more it comes across as authentic. And then people are like, "What are you doing? What kind of witchcraft is this? What's your strategy?" And it's like, loving yourself. I don't know. The strategy is authenticity. What's up, guys? What's up, guys? Can you play Going to California? I don't know that one. I really honestly don't know any songs. Sorry. How long have I been playing guitar? Since I think like 93 or something. So figure that math out. I'm sure there's many of you here today that were born after that. And that makes me old. Let's see, what bands were out? What bands were rad when I was like in high school? Let's see, it was like, it's all the shit that's back right now. I don't know. Weezer. Oh, Blue Album. My little heart. It was just coming out of like the grunge era to like the 90s rock era. Oh yeah, Weezer Blue Album. Oh, that album just makes my little, it raises my kundalini, if you know what I'm saying, you know? It gives me a little Holy Spirit tingle. Alright. Oh yeah, Smashing Pumpkins, yeah. Say it and say, oh yeah, so many beautiful music moments back then. All right, check in, guys. Where are you coming from? Where in the world are you right now? Because sometimes people come in from all over the world, and it's intriguing. Bro, you are permanently online, but in the moment sometime. Yeah, be in the moment sometime. That's what I'm doing. I'm always in the moment. And so then, as part of my moment, I reach out to the rest of humanity. I go online with everyone. I take some calls with people, help them work through some shit. I sit and have a little quiet moment for myself. Just part of it. All right. Minnesota, Connecticut, Brooklyn, Florida, Mexico, hellos. We had a fish taco conversation last night, or a taco conversation. On the road, okay. You stay safe. Norway. I want to go to Norway. I don't know why. Tell me something cool about Norway. Like what's, like if I was to go to Norway, right? If I was to get the big jacket out, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm going to call it. Like going to Norway, I'm just going to call it getting the big jacket out. If I was to get the big jacket out, where would I go first? Fill me in. Where do you find all your shirts? I get them from like thrift stores, and people give them to me. They're like, I think you would love this shirt. Like this one, this guy Steven, he's this little hippie dude that comes through town, just immaculate. The man is a little mythical creature. And he's like, would you like this shirt? And he's like, it's not going to fit me anymore. And I was like, would I like that shirt, Steven? Like, so that's how I get the shirts. You know what I'm saying? Illinois. Snake taco. Yeah, you were here for the snake taco conversation. Oh, isn't it the tutus? It's the tutus today, guys. Everybody tutuing it up. Damn it, I meant to go get some tacos. Then I got on live. See, maybe I should have been in the moment. I would have gotten some tacos on Taco Tuesday. Okay. Mutton tacos in Norway. Is this true? Should I be eating mutton tacos in Norway? Are there tacos in Norway? Help me, guys. Okay. Yeah, snake tacos was pretty 5D of us. We were talking about that yesterday, and how I had imagined that in Australia there was a lot more consumption of snakes just because there were so many snakes, and it just seems like a wild place. But they tell me that there's not snake tacos on all the beaches like we would have fish tacos. Weird. Western Norway is probably the most beautiful place to go. Okay, Western Norway. How's the skate? Are there many skate parks? Are there a lot of places to skate? Help me. Play over it. I don't know over it. I'm sorry. It's 2-day. It's 2-a-day. It's Tuesdays. It's Tuesdays. 2-2-2s. You got married today. Yay. Just hopping on before bed. Go have fun. Get out of here. We got some things about. Okay, let's see. Congrats. It's all the twos. Couldn't we make anything into a taco? Skateboard taco? Yeah. Honestly, if you believe in yourself hard enough, like, you can make anything a taco. Anything. What are you doing, Daniel? I can make anything a taco. Oh, God, that's just... Let's everybody calm down, all right? All right, anybody got stuff going on in your life? Anything cool happening? What's the coolest thing that happened to you lately? Or what's the shittiest thing that happened to you? We're here for you. We accept all of your things happening to you. All of those human things that all we do so much of. Zimbabwe? Are you really pulling in from Zimbabwe right now? Because that sounds awesome. All right. Something about the street tacos in Cali hits different compared to Indiana. Oh, yeah. Indiana Mexican food. I don't want to be a statist. That's like when you're a state racist, I think. Might be something different. But there's this thing about Mexican food. We had this conversation last night. So I want everyone to follow along. A little closer this time. If you get more than 50 miles away from the border, it just goes to shit. Everything just falls apart. And I'm not talking about like the actual physical structure of the taco. I'm talking about the molecules of the ingredients are no longer. Because the energy of Mexico is not holding them together any longer. So they dissipate into the structure of tasteless, heartless Mexican food in the shapes of Mexican food that doesn't exactly taste like Mexican food. So there's a little science behind why the flavors of Mexican food fall apart the farther you get away from the border. It's an energy thing. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I love Indiana. Like, it's cool. Like, frozen tundra and trucks and stuff is like great. Everyone, I mean, corn. Think of all the corn. Fishing for bass in ponds. But there's something about the tacos in Southern California that hit different. You're right. And then when you get the street tacos in TJ, or in the Baja Coast, the fish tacos, oh. Just give me a second. Happy Taco Tuesday, guys. So just remember, anytime you get more than 50 miles away from the border, the energy of the nutrients changes molecularly and it doesn't taste like Mexican food anymore. I hope you guys understood all that because it's really important. I promise. You found peace at work. Repeating to myself, do one thing at a time. Yeah. What's up, Mary? Hello. 19 years of passing down a trade. So much respect. You feel really free. You nailed it. You got that one. All right, meditation. To anoint my breath to work with being called back to base. What's the center? Wait, meditations to anoint my breath to work with being called back to base. What base? What secret base are you going to? Okay, I don't know what you're talking about, but anytime you gotta center up in your moment, like say you're going to the secret base. I don't know what this base is you're talking about, but I'm gonna pretend it's like a spy base or something. And you just don't want to go do spy shit. You're like, fuck. But you know you gotta go. Because there's the tooth they implanted that's gonna explode, you know, if you don't go back to base. Typical spy shit, you know? And you go, here I am in this moment. Alright, I gotta go back to base. What beauty in this simple little breath I'm taking right now. And then you let it spread out from there. Everything's beautiful around you. It doesn't matter. You gotta do some spy shit at base, and then you're fine. Just maybe there's some flowers there to sniff or something. Okay, best Mexican food I've ever had was near Nogales. Where's Nogales? Is that send help? Because there's definitely a difference in tacos, like inland Mexican food. Also, inland Mexican, you get down in like the middle of like Adamacillo area. I remember I was there minding my own business, right? Looking at the little street food things. And one of the things they do there is they have these weird little hot dogs. You know, not big. And then they wrap it in bacon, which seems like a good idea, right? And they cook it up. But then they put it in this little bun, really delicious squishy bun, you know? And then they put a big slab of mayonnaise on top. Now you're thinking to yourself, why? You know exactly why. You don't know why, but it's pretty good. But it's just, there's two things that you wonder about when you're eating it. One, am I gonna die from this mayonnaise? Like, it seems like such a bad idea. It's just sitting out in the sun, you know? Two, the second thing you worry about is, like, why am I not eating tacos right now? And that's because the inland tacos in Mexico are different than the Baja tacos. The Baja Peninsula, that's that little leggy thing. It's a different thing. Like the flavors, the spices. We should have called this Taco Hour. It's Taco Tuesday. I could talk about tacos all night, you guys. Okay, we're getting centered on Taco Tuesday, right? Nogales. Oh yeah, that's what started that. Nogales. Where's Nogales? Taco Tuesday, centered, clarity. Yeah. Are you guys taco centered? Thank you for the rose. Arizona. Okay. So there's some pretty sick Mexican food in Arizona. Not gonna lie, right? Phoenix Valley, like you can get some good stuff there. It's not the same, right? And like there's the Southwest style Mexican food. It's not exactly so. It's not like, let me explain to you things that happen in Southern California Mexican food, right? I want to just explain a burrito we have. Mexico doesn't even have this burrito. They don't own the rights to it, right? Pretty sure we had a war or something to get the rights for this one. This is obviously made up by stone surfers, but it's called the California Burrito, right? And some genius had to be a stone surfer. It just had to be. They're like, this carne asada burrito is delicious, right? Now in Mexico, carne asada burritos don't exist. Like, they just like, what? That's a Southern California thing. And then some genius was like, let's put French fries in this burrito. And so you get like a layer of French fries and then the carne asada with all the cheese and the things. And it turns it into this French fry joy machine in your mouth. And every bite is something, you feel closer to God. You activate your burrito leany. It's like your burrito kundalini. And you become instantly more spiritual. So it's like, there's different places for different kinds of Mexican food. All right. Taco base. That's the base? You didn't want to go to the taco base? What? Who wouldn't want to go to the taco base? What's up, bro? Hello, Terms Daddy. Do I have to call you Terms Daddy? So what's your thought on eating meat and spirituality? I like to consider myself like a lifeitarian. Like, I just go for life, you know? And take what comes. And sometimes there's delicious vegetables and fruits. And sometimes a little bit of ham in the burrito tastes delicious, you know? And then I think, I don't really want any of these animals to die, and my body works great without it. But then it's, you know, there's some like Thanksgiving or something. And you're like, maybe I'll try some of this. It's pretty good. I go back and forth. I think that you're spiritual, and I think that burger is spiritual just by the nature of the fact that it's energy. And I think that the closer you are to like the food being alive, the better it feels in your body, like eating fresh stuff, not all processed stuff or dead stuff. But I think the first second you start judging yourself, trying to be spiritual and arrive at some point, and then you judge yourself for whatever you're eating at that moment, that's a great way to live in misery. Mexico doesn't have it, not Mexico. What are we talking about? 1846 Burrito War. That's a thing. It was short-lived and it was very localized. But we got the rights to the California Burrito in the 1846 Burrito War. Okay. Poison absorption. What are we doing here? Everything is spiritual. Yes. You're not fully awake if you're not vegan. Sorry, man. Correct. I mean, hi. Energy can be transmuted. Truth, yeah. Here's a little song called I'm Not Fully Awake because I'm not vegan. Honestly, when I eat like raw food, I feel so good. My body works real good. It's hard with my kids, you know? Because they eat meat at their mom's house and they have that conditioning. So sometimes I feel like I'm torturing them with a lot of like tofu and stuff. And they're just like, Dad, please. Please, Dad. I even try to buy like plant-based chicken nuggets and sneak them in on them. They're pretty smart though, you know? burritos served soon? Yes. Daniel T. burritos served soon? Yes, we're going to do that. Okay. I get cooler. No, I've been taking these pills, right? They're like gas station boner pills, but they're gas station cool pills. You can get them at a gas station right next to the boner pills. So I just take them daily. It's not really a secret anymore, is it? It's my secret, though. You can take it if you want. Run with it. If I had a piece of solicited advice for all of you, is that okay if I offer some unsolicited advice? I mean, you're here watching this. I would like to let you know that you're perfectly safe to follow your heart, to do the things that feel great for you. But you don't have to do all the things that everybody's told you have to do, or be the way that people have told you have to be, or put all sorts of psychological pressure on you to be. All that's just gonna fuck with you. And it's much healthier, I think, in the human experience to really truly follow like what feels right to you, and to do that. I was watching some birds today. It was quite the thing. Sunset, except for there was no sunset. But it was some very neat clouds happening. All over the place, big kind of stormy vibes. The birds were flying around. And one of my hippie friends was there. He was just like, bro, you know, he was having a bro moment. A real bro moment. I was like, look at those birds, man. Just a big bunch of them up there, just all up in the, just all sailing around together like seagulls and some pelicans and stuff. Just really having a blast. And he's like, how do you think they know where to go, bro? You know, the bromance's happening. And I was like, I think they're just vibing. I think all those wind currents are going in the same direction, and they're all built the same, and they all just hang out feeling it. And then they all move together because they're all feeling it together at the same time. And they're not trying to, they're just being a bird, you know? And it was way cooler than anything we were down there doing, like looking at the birds. Like they were actually living it, you know? We were just looking at it. So those birds they're just following their heart, you know? Just being a bird, slaying, like absolutely slaying at it too. They were really flying around. A lot of flying, no flapping. Didn't flap at all, just flying. Talk about living, right? happening in my head, but I don't know. It's not coming out of my fingers. Coming out. The thing in my head's not coming out. It'll come out. Don't worry, guys. It'll come out. All right. What are you guys talking about? Anything cool? Observing nature can teach us a lot. Yeah. Life's hard, man. I wish I was a bird. I would fly fucking far away too, you know? Birds. But they don't, you know? They just do the thing they do. I mean, they're smart, and when it gets cold, they're like, fuck it, I'm going to Mexico. But that's, you know, migratory birds. And they have a purpose to apparently probably to eat some weird Mexican berries and shit them out on a hill somewhere to grow a special bush to give a little wombat magical powers. Like, that's how the circle of life works, if you think about it. And we humans we fuck it up. We just figure out every way to get out of our moment. Every single possible option. Oh, how do I get out of this moment this time? I'll go get nutty and anxious about something and just run away from myself in my own head. We're really a shit show, guys. That's okay, though. All right. Nice. All right, bro. I guess we'll see the next surf sesh. Yeah. Get out into the surf sesh. I only do this surfing on this skateboard, though. Okay. Nothing is telling me. Peace, man. I'm gonna move on. You moving on? Yep. Okay, sorry. Here we go. I walk my dog every day. That's a beautiful hog. Yeah. Okay. Dude, it's so cool. The hawk was watching you. Dude, it was peeping you. Finished today better than it started. Very happy. Took a lot out of it, but a minute. Good job. Good job finishing better than you started. That's pretty good, honestly, for a day. Like, it's really easy to get caught up in a day and, you know. Yes, Brenda, you gotta listen to some Weezer. Oh, I can always go back to the Blue album. Only in Dreams. Put that on real loud, right? Real loud. Something you can feel. And just listen to the whole thing. Just let it happen as an experience in your body. Oh, it's so good. I used to be a worship leader, right, in church stuff. And it was always kind of my secret flavor to bring in really Weezery vibes to my guitar parts and like stuff I'd write or like have everybody do. Kind of have like a real like Weezery build. Oh, it was great. That's why I couldn't be a Christian anymore. They kicked me out. All that Weezering when I was supposed to be Jesus in. And I get pissed. Okay. Do you know this hawk's name? You've seen the hawk hundreds of times. Have you ever thought to maybe ask the hawk, hey, hawk, we see each other hundreds of times. Would you like to be friends? Just see what happens, you know? Don't be so close to experiencing life. Oh, it snowed and the body laid there. Wait, what happened? Did the hawk die? Hold on. It just watches you. This is a really dramatic story, and I don't know if the hawk's dead or not. You're still sad for the hawk? The hawk died? Great. Any advice for being extremely disconnected from yourself? Oh, yeah. Okay. Usually when you're, like, disconnected from yourself, it's because your self hurts, like whatever it is that is you, you know? So we do this thing in our autonomic nervous system as a survival mechanism to leave our bodies. It's kind of the freeze response. And we just feel disconnected. Boop, gone. Maybe you had a traumatic event. Maybe you had a surgery, or you went light on your anesthesia. And you came to a little bit of consciousness. You felt the pain of that, and it felt like you were being tortured in a dream. Your body remembers that stuff, but your brain doesn't. So those are traumas that can drive you out of your body. Even though it's like not happening in the like right now, it still feels like it. So you do that leave response, or maybe when you're in a crowd of people, you feel like leaving, like you're outside the room, or maybe when you're being intimate with a partner, you feel like you've left your body. Happens to a lot of people. Normal human condition. Don't freak out. So I find the best bet for like getting back in your body in that kind of situation is just to like breathe a little bit. Just, like breathe down into your toes, like wiggle your toes and be like, oh, there's my toes, and take a breath. And like we'll flex your legs a little bit and breathe down into them. And like breathe into your upper legs and just like work your way up your body. You guys just take deep breaths. You can even put a hand like on your heart or on your belly and breathe into that and just like really connect with your experience. Anything you can do to ground out, like even if you're in a cold climate, just running your hand in the water. Like run some warm water over your hands. That water is connected to all those steel pipes through the earth, and there's a particular resonance to that that helps your body ground and feel more connected in your experience. Or if you got a dog to pet, or someone to hug, or a fuzzy blanket that you like the feel of. Like anything to get connected with your experience around you. Knowing that you're in some state of autonomic nervous system arousal, which is making you feel like you're outside of your experience. That's a good way to get back in. Weeper is greater than Jesus. The weeper? I don't really know who the weeper is. You can't type? No, you cannot. Mother Nature talks to you. Yeah. Has anyone ever done ayahuasca? Ice storm, what? What are your thoughts on college? I'd love to share that. I have thoughts on college. Now, keep in mind, college didn't work on me. I tried a couple times. I really did. It was just so slow. It hurt me. And they had all these rules about stuff, which seemed audacious of them. So it didn't really work. And my dad was very much like, hey, do whatever you want. College is a scam. Because he was smart, and his parents forced him to go to college. When he probably just would have done way better just getting to work, doing the things he was doing. So I think there's a lot of the institution put in place to distract and to create people to assimilate within the machine. It's a factory for pumping out laborers on one level. Because you have to have the laborers to keep the machine running. So it's literally like a conditioning plant for people. In one sense. And in another sense, there's beautiful advancements in how to heal people and how to be, and people's lives being saved from things learned in college campuses and study programs. So I think it's probably just like everything else in life. Like if it feels like it's something you should do in your heart, like go for it. And if it feels like it sucks, like just don't do it, you know? And listen to me. If you have that little entrepreneurial bent thing, you want to like start a business and you're feeling that, run with it, okay? Spend 4 years building a business instead of going to college. I guarantee you. And don't have any like expectations on success. Just be like, I'm gonna spend 4 years building a business. And anything that happens in my freshman year, I'm gonna just be like, oh, freshman moves, you know? Just take it a little more serious each year, see what happens. And at the end of it, if it's all exploded, you know, maybe you're in a little bit of debt. You can get out of that because you know exactly what to fucking do the next time around. Like, you learned a lot. And if it hasn't exploded and it's still going, you got a cool business out of it. You know, you can do that thing or you can sell it. But you'll probably be getting paid money instead of paying somebody else money to learn the things theoretically that you would have learned through actually doing had you invested that same amount of effort and maybe even an investment in capital into a 4-year program of building a business. But, you know, Bachelor of Arts degrees are cool too. So, so everything and the realization can be trauma. That is so deep. Yeah, yes. Trauma can just plague us. It's a nasty little thing. Most people can't recover from it. They don't know how to. People are just not in it yet. We're working on it. We're working through that. It's totally recoverable from. But in a lot of time, resources. Thank you, man. Needed to hear something like that. You're welcome. I don't remember what I said, but I'm here for it. Any advice for dealing with toxic in-laws creating negativity? My partner and I are really struggling. All right, summer nights. I'm so sorry to... What are you fucking apologizing for? What do you think we're here for, huh? I'm so sorry to ask. I just know how the answers... Okay, Summer, can you just love yourself a little more? So you don't got to be all apologizing for asking for... Obviously, I'm putting myself here to like... I'm like, hey, guys, ask some questions. Summer, I need you to have a talk with yourself. All right. Man, I wish I could offer myself of years ago with toxic in-laws the same advice I would probably offer you, which, granted, I have no idea what it's going to be yet. It's going to come out, though. My ex-in-laws were such assholes. I mean, colossal. My kids might be on here right now watching on the other end at their house. Could be happening. So kids, you know I love you. And you know Papa and Nana are the people they are. And you know, the more I just give up my own thoughts of like, they're such assholes, and the more I lean into, man, they're kind of hurting, the more I just kind of get compassionate for them. And I realize they're just pushing all their pain out because they don't even know how to deal with it. They're like little children. And then, even since this is the best part, my ex-mother-in-law will still try to boss me around, right? I'm like, she'll really try to boss me around, and I just go, I look at her and I'm just like, right. Anyway, it's wild. But you learn how to set these energetic boundaries within yourself, with simply the kind of energy that you will receive from others. So if they're trying to give you anything other than the energy that you accept, none of it gets reflected back because there's nothing to reflect back. So they could be all batshit crazy all they want. And if you don't buy into it, it's just them thrashing about, which usually looks pretty silly if you let them do it. You okay? Did you want to have a conversation about this thing, or did you just want to thrash about? You just really don't buy into their energy, and then you can set this internal boundary of, I don't accept anything outside of reasonable adult behavior. Really kind of fucks with them. Okay, and if they're putting it on your partner, giving him the guilt trip, I mean, he's got to, if you guys want to make things work, he's got to come aware of parenting patterns and see that there's a pattern there. You know, obviously we all come from our parents. The way they acted and stuff is the way we be until we become aware of these things. So he wants to break some type of toxic pattern, you know, he's got to break it within himself. It's hard sometimes, you know. It's hard being a human. It really fucks with you. All right, where are we at, guys? On money over happiness. Oh yeah, here's the best part of my ex-in-laws. They're the most miserable. They have all the money I think it's well over 10 million. They're just sitting fat and happy. Did great for themselves. Great investments. Sold the business at the top of its thing, you know. They got a yacht and stuff. And they're miserable. It's like, did you just pull the marble floor out of the backyard and put another one in, kind of thing? Like, I don't get it. They have everything they could possibly imagine, and they're miserable. I don't have much at all, personally. I don't have anything. And I have a teeny little house in Encinitas, and my kids would come, and my ex lives on the property, like in the sweet granny flat. The kids have anything they want over there, you know, and they'll just come here any day because it's the love. People we're so wild how we do that whole money thing. New to being alone? Yeah. What's wrong with being alone? You got yourself there. Sometimes when we don't love ourselves, or we have a real hard time accepting ourselves, it's hard to be alone with ourselves. And then we always reach out to something else to fill that space. And it's not to fill a space, but it's to distract us from the feelings of being with ourselves. You know? Go fuck. It's like meditating's hard because you gotta sit there with yourself, listen to yourself talk. Have you tried that? Like, it's a shit show in there. So maybe love yourself. Just get really stoked on you. And then you're never alone. You're just having a great time. I just made you cry. Gosh, you guys are making skit so long. And this, wait. Making skit. Who's feeling alone? Who made you cry? Did I make you cry somewhere? I hope it was a good cry. What's the biggest you could tell to someone trying to figure out who they are? The biggest, like the best advice? Yeah, I guess why are they trying to figure out who they are instead of just being? Is really the question we should be asking here. Why can't they just be? Why do they gotta figure something out? What's wrong with them? I would probably tell them just to follow their heart. Because that drives you into the crazy loop, which is good. Because you go, oh, I can't follow my heart because of this. have to this. Well, there's your attachment. Found it. So you figure out how to let that go. Okay, you follow your heart. You go do that, following the heart thing. I can't do that because of this, you know? I think it's the same principle that Jesus was talking about when he was like, come with me, I'll make you fishers of men, or whatever the analogy was happening there. I'm not really sure what's going on, but... And some guys were like, fuck it, I'm in, you know? Let's get zoinked. And then some people were like, I gotta, like, take care of some business, you know? J-Dog. Got, like, a fishing business, you know? I gotta bury my father. And he was like, yup, that'll fuck you right up. Because he's like a call for people to come right into that moment of here-ness. So anytime we have that attachment of stuff to outside of that moment, outside of that perfection, being okay, whatever it is, being alone like we're talking about, those are our attachments to something outside of our own perfection. What are your thoughts on what just happened? Anakin Skywalker? Oh, there's a lot of comments here. Oh, sweet mother. Oh, I'm not gonna make it through. There's no way. What just happened? The Anakin Skywalker chakra, and the journey of opening my third eye. Hold on. Lean close to the screen. Did you feel that? I just opened your third eye. You're good now. Everything between your third eye not being opened and your third eye being opened is your ego saying, I'm not good enough to be perfect in this moment. I am somehow flawed. I cannot be a part. I must have something different than what is. But I just opened your third eye, so you're good now. Where did we go? Where did we go? Where did we go? Where did we go? Change starts with you. This is so true. We're so hard. I don't have privilege for you. They just try to put you down. Privilege else so they get miserable. Yep. Do the same in-laws. Yeah. Those in-laws, they get wild, and my kids see it, and I love it. Time is so valuable. Use it wisely. I'm going to save my money during my high school years and use it wisely. Good idea. That seems like a real good plan. But remember, like, even in all that saving your money, don't save money to enjoy your life. Enjoy your life while saving money. Because all you have is that process, the moment of what's happening. So if you're getting all worked up about your moment because, oh, I got to save the money, what was the point? I love that. Look, I'm taking that advice. Thank you guys for making me feel so less alone. Yeah, don't be alone. We're all just doing this thing. Do you differentiate between relationship love and the dysfunction, like the other hidden things, hiding things? How do I? What is love but acceptance? To say, I fully accept you in every way of being. So what can hide from acceptance? How would you hide something from love? There's nothing to change in a space of love. So, differentiating between relationship love and the dysfunction is judgment of yourself and how you are showing love. You're saying, I judge this thing to not be okay from my view of love. So it's your own perception of how love works. So that's how I would differentiate relationship love and the dysfunction of the other things. Does that make sense? It makes sense in my head, so it's fine. You made me cry happy tears when you said, don't be sorry for asking, because yeah, Summer, that's I'm going to just use yours as an example here, because I already got you crying. That's always a self-love thing. That's always like if you're like, I'm sorry to bother you, but like when the bird is flying through the gusts of wind and creating beauty with all the other birds, they're just opening their wings and letting the wings do the wing thing. You know, the wind blows, the wings happen. And so if all the wind blows here, all the birds go here, and they're not like, oh, sorry, didn't mean to fly there. I'm just doing a bird, just fuck. That fucks them all up. They're just doing bird things. So if you're like here on a TikTok with some guy who's obviously happy to answer your questions, what are you going to be sorry for, Summer? Just do bird things. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I want to believe because the situation is toxic, but I love her, emotionally attached. That sounds like you got some love problems going on. Never felt, oh man, oh boy, here we go. Goof Magoo, never felt alone, remember, there's always a hard power. You just said love, language. Whose language? My language? Because I definitely use a lot of language. There's so many words that couldn't be said to create linguistic patterns to translate the feelings. Language is important. If you need two eyes to see in 3 dimensions, if you open your third eye, can you see in 4th dimensions? I'm all for the third eye thing. I am all for it. I will tap in on that space in meditation. I understand what you're saying. There's a sense of knowing. There's a sense of greater feeling. There's something. But everybody gets so damn excited about their third eye that they're like picking at it like a fucking tweaker, Like just calm down. How you doing in the 3rd dimension? Why do you want to run off to the 4th dimension if you can't even like hold a 3rd dimension down in a reasonable way? Like just learn Earth School. Then you can go pick at your 3rd eye once you kind of get this dimension all figured out. Go scratch that thing open and go blast off somewhere else. But just calm the fuck down. You're here. Live that one. All right, you little 3-eyed ravens. Bunch of 5 deers all up in my business. Okay, you gonna start monetizing these vibes? I don't know, I'm kind of trying to. What's up, Oceanside? Daniel, how do you live in the moment? I do breath work. There I am in the moment. Now I just practice it. I mean, who wouldn't want to stay in their moment when there's all this sorts of cool stuff to have a moment with, Why wouldn't you want to be there? Why would you want to stay out in the anxiety of like, oh, fuck, maybe this moment's not going to work. And while you're thinking about how that moment's not going to work, you're fucking your moment up. Like compulsively. Like a nut job. Like, why would you do that? People. I'm going to need to heat up some tea water in a second. Okay, so living in the moment. I'm going to give you a real answer, Arrowhead Dad, for real. You just got to practice it. And it's nice to just focus on the nice things. Like, find all the beautiful things. Because they make you kind of smile and feel nice feelings. And then you just practice feeling nice feelings, and then you're like, oh, this moment doesn't suck so bad, because to get to the nice feelings, you got to work through all the shitty feelings, and then you stop running away from the feelings that you're having, which are your fucking moment. You stop running off into anxiety, and you stop running off into depression. You're okay with being where you're at, because you've learned to feel your feelings and process all that stuff through, you know? That's how you stay in the moment. Fourth dimension is time. Right. And what is time exactly? Can we talk about that? So I gotta scratch open my third eye to see time? Like, motherfuckers, that gets it confusing. I mean, even our linear scale of how we look at time does not work in space. Like, you get out a little bit longer than our teeny little, like, macroscopic view or microscopic view of the way we see the world as the little energetic amoeba we are on a spinning rock in an infinite void. Have you looked at the trigonometry for space travel? Fucking time bends if you get near any kind of planet or anything like that. It's like, ooh, there's some gravity. It gets pulled over. Really gets wild out there. So what, we scratch open a third eye and we start to now see that time is a shit show, and that we've been looking at it from a linear scale when everything is this constant swirl of unfolding, energetically speaking, where the moment of perception of time comes based on your perception of where you are in time. Okay, life after death. Yeah. Is there death? Speaking of time, speaking of energies that do not dissipate, they only change form. Mike, most compelling evidence that I've read of any like life after death was a book I read called Life Before Life, or maybe Life After Life. It was on reincarnation, and it was this, whoever was the authors did this big scientific study. It's this university study where they had over 2,500 like closed cases of, they had a child with some stories of a previous life. You know, they were looking for their spouse. They knew what town they grew up in. They knew about a secret safe in a wall or something, and they actually, using the information from these children under 3, went to these old cities and things and traced down the original family or the original gravestone of this person. The kid knew their names. There'd be no way to do it because it's like in a completely different place. So that seemed pretty compelling to me about having some sort of reincarnation effect, and it also makes sense from like the meta, like atomic view of, and how time is sort of this illusion, is an illusion of how there's this infinite possibility of everything as all these atoms are spinning up, and at any moment you observe it the way you expect it to be, it's going to be that way. So every thought of you have of everything is like an infinite possibility within and without at that very moment. So you're living every single life possible all at once, energetically speaking. You just have your focus on your current rendition of it, and that's what's manifested. It kind of works like that in my brain, but it's all very confusing. So don't take my word for it. Just feel into that one yourself. Okay, if you can look at the past and imagine the future, then you can navigate the fourth, but it's not perfect. Didn't we just have a talk about that? You get out of that fourth dimension. Life after death, we did that. How to be in the moment. Sell your business and leave toxic relationships. Well, yeah, but then you're in a different moment. And there was this whole Jesus guy that was like, hey, bros. Maybe it was Jesus, I don't know. But there was this principle of being in the world and not of it. Like, wherever you're observing life from, you could be observing it from a cubicle. You could be observing it from the beach. You could be observing it from prison. Like, it's up to you to buy into the shit or not. Like you're always in the middle of it, but are you going to get caught up in it? Are you going to be of it? Because you're always in it. It is. Voila, we are here. Daniel-san, what's up? Realizing that I'm in the moment takes me out of the moment. Yeah, you got to just vibe in that moment, you know? Stop trying to be in the moment and be the moment, you know? Working through the man, appreciate you and all the knowledge. Appreciate you being here. But seriously, the more stressed and anxious, the more you try to resolve the future problem. Yeah, and therefore not in the moment. Yeah, just take a breath. That's why you just get disciplined about being like, oh yeah. Okay, what's going on here? You can't ever leave the moment, but you can lose consciousness of it. Yeah, but also any just definitions we have of the moment is nothing more than our egoic perspective of what the fucking moment is in the first place. So we're just, you know, I was dead for 1 billion years before I was born, and that didn't bother me one bit. God, that's great. Love that. We're all the same. Bro, that's a lot. Which one? The dimension? Question upon question. Oh, we going up in the 5th dimension, you guys? You guys want to go 5D? Hold on. Ouch. First, we need to light some incense. You guys want frankincense or you want that fruity Hawaiian plumeria shit that Sarah made me buy? We're going frankincense. But that Hawaiian stuff does smell really good. Okay. Do you guys want to do a spell to go into 5D? So we don't all have to put a crystal in our ass. We can just do a spell instead. I think that'd be a good idea. Okay. Is there a way to do a poll on here? Because here's the 2 options for going 5D. 1, you all have to put a crystal in your ass. 2, I'll just do a spell. So let me know which one you want to do. How did you become this knowledgeable? I don't really. It just sort of happens. So that cannot affect you unless you buy into it. Yeah. Do you feel like the fear is the thing that controls us in this world? Yeah, I feel like fear control you. You want to go 60? I don't know how to fucking do the 60, but we got some incense burning so we can get at least 5. All right. Crystals in. Good. We can do both. You think we can jump to 6? What's in the 6? And when we're talking about the D, you know what I'm saying? Are we talking about string theory, tying in like regular physics with quantum physics, or are we talking about some imaginary space we're going, or are we talking about an attitude of the 5th D? Oh, should we speak in tongues? 60 is too many D's. Yeah. It's really not even, yeah. Fear of false evidence appearing real. Yes. Okay, I like that little acronym there. That took me a second to work with, but yeah, that's good. Do you think time and death are synonymous, or maybe time is a simulation? I think you're thinking of it on a linear scale, you know? You just going to go 3rd D? I thought we were in the 3rd D. We're going to go into 5D. Is 11 spatial dimensions. Time is not a spatial dimension. Okay. There's some really cool shit happening in this physically. I'm gonna get reading up. What are your thoughts on extra testicles? Sounds uncomfortable. 4th and I like dream. Okay, we're gonna do a spell. We're gonna get into that somewhere or another in a second here. I'm going to start this tea, though. Now, the incense is starting to smell good, so I'm feeling spiritual. I'm really kind of picking a... Yep. All right. What? Oh, I think I got this box of witch candles. Right. I think let's go with... We're going to open the 3rd eye. Is this good for you guys? I think that's really going to bust you open. Let's talk about the third eye. What is the third eye? Did you guys ever see Game of Thrones with that raven? Three-eyed raven? Okay, the extraterrestrials. I don't want to do extraterrestrials right now. I want to talk about the third eye. Okay? Which is a fave? Game of Thrones? The three-eyed raven? So the third eye is this thing of lore and myth and actual shit. A lot of different traditions. It's this space of knowing. It's your pineal gland. It's a little gland in the middle of your brain. Actually has a little crystalline structure, appears with electric crystals around it, which leads me to believe that it is a radio for sending and receiving, because that is exactly how radios work. You place your focus there in a lot of meditation practices, looking up to the blank space behind. I see a big ass purple eye when I'm doing like Wim Hof style breath work and I'm really getting in on the breath holds. I literally have this like eye shaped thing, purple, all the time. And I don't try to do that. It just happens. In fact, I try not to. I'm like, no, none of this witchcraft shit, Daniel. Nope, it happens. So I think it's some form of just the way your energy of your body works in that region. And then you have some sort of visual representation of it. But we're going to do this purple candle spell, and then it'll bust it open for you. I promise. It's going to be good. Hopefully that tea water is going to be ready soon, because that's going to make my life better. Should we get more? We need some crystals. Are you guys cool with the spell? I mean, if there's any Christians in here, tap out now, because it's going to get witchy. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Yeah. Okay. Oh, yeah. Feathers. We got to get some feathers. That's key. You'll never have a good spell without some feathers. Look at this. This is a crystal that will ascend you right into the fifth dimension. Are we going third? No shit. Where are we going? Fourth? Fuck. Where are we going, guys? What dimension? Fourth is dreams. Well, we're gonna go somewhere. Oof, thanks for being here. As an alternative to the other lives, you're welcome. This is company. I like witches. I like the witches too. They're great. Sometimes they're crazy to date. Just gotta be careful with that. What do spatial dimensions mean? Yeah, take a deep breath. Okay. Let's just think about ascension here, guys. We're going to ascend into the third eye of consciousness. Do you understand what that means? You don't, because it doesn't mean anything. I just said words and strung them together in a linguistic pattern that maybe it gave you feelings like, fuck, I should ascend into the third eye. And I swear to God, that's like 95% of the things that people say in spirituality is just some weird ass thing that somebody started saying and then everybody else says it because they think it's supposed to mean something. Everybody calm down. So as soon as I get back from putting excruciatingly hot water in this cup with a fresh tea bag, we're gonna do a spell, and you're gonna ascend into the fifth dimension, maybe even some of the fourth. Ow, my legs! Fuck. Oh, what tea do I want, guys? Hold on. Never mind. I answered my own question. I want some of that blackcurrant beauty from the other night. Did you guys remember how beautiful I got after I was drinking that? Because it really got good. I looked amazing. Talk amongst yourselves. Everything's under control. Are you motherfuckers ready to ascend? Because we're about to do that. Okay. You voted elderberry? Got 5 years? Oh, shit. You got the 5Ds. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. I got an amethyst here. Amethyst 111ers. Do you see this? Don't be scared to ascend, okay? This is serious. Okay. Okay. Nothing means anything. So there's a third eye. But why doesn't the ears ever get love? Left ear, right ear, front ear? God, that was so bad. That was crushingly bad. It was so good. Can you stop? Can you not do that? Have to center. I'm shook. I'm really shook. All right. Throw in some Syrian rue seed into your tea. You'll thank me or hate me after. Gory, I thought you worked at a zoo. What is this Syrian rue witchcraft stuff you're trying to... The elderberry... I got the black currant beauty. Apparently it makes you beautiful, and I was drinking it the other night, and I got so beautiful. I wish it was mushroom tea. Can you imagine if this was mushroom tea? The mood that I'm in right now if I actually had mushrooms involved? It'd be ridiculous. Made some cheeseburger. Got some cheeseburger egg slop with Mom's holy guacamole. Honestly, that sounds pretty good. Oh yeah. Gotta keep the people guessing. Good eye. Negative effects to ascension. Oh yeah, shit, we were gonna ascend. No, I don't think so. Maybe I'll have a little gas or some cramping, but for the most part, we're just gonna ascend like pretty chill. All right. Psychedelic seed. It's a psychedelic seed. I would love you for that. Root seed. Where do I get this? Not that I would want to eat any psychedelics. Syrian root is the source of harmony, a psychedelic in ayahuasca. Oh, Corey. You work at a zoo and you're knowledgeable about plants? I'm into it. All right. Take it with mushies. Okay. What do you guys think about one night if I ate a sizable amount of mushrooms and came and did a live with you? Can you imagine? I would be non-stop words, I guarantee you. Okay, no, you guys gotta pay for that one. You'd have to pay for that's pay-per-view right there. That's pay-per-view content. That's the good stuff, you know what I'm saying? Oh fuck, we were gonna ascend, I'm sorry. I just haven't ascended in so long, I don't even know what to do. I'm all worked up. This has been a little bucket of witchcraft here. We've done some spells. And they've worked, honestly. I had somebody tell me that it was working. I think it was probably just gas, but he thought it worked. We did some love spells. This is an ascension spell, though. That's why we got the lavender one to open your third eye. All right, are you guys ready for this? never done an ascension spell before. I'm really nervous right now. I don't know if I'm going to do this right, but I believe in myself, so. Oh, what tea am I drinking? This is the Black Currant Beauty from Puka. Whatever they put in these black currants, look at me. If that's not like what you would consider the picture of beauty, then I don't even work for the company, but this is fucking good. I'm telling you, get the Puka stuff. It was on sale at Sprouts, 2 for 1. It was amazing. I never thought I'd drink so much tea in my life. Oh, that one really burned me. Whew. Okay. We're gonna ascend. Don't worry. I wouldn't mind it if you ate. What if we all ate mushrooms one night? I shouldn't. I'm probably gonna get kicked off of TikTok again. I was doing. I'm glowing, right? Really? Yeah. Try the tea. You'll glow. I did the funniest live. It was gonna be so good. I got suspended. They kicked me off. Right in the middle, 5 minutes into it. If anybody was there the other day when I was in the bathtub, in the middle of the day, I don't know if they kicked me off because I titled the podcast Nude at Noon. Not podcast, the live. Or if it's because I was nude in the bathtub. But for some reason, I violated community guidelines and they shut me down. I had candles up by my head. It was just like my torso, right? It wasn't even like a good nip slip because there was water and stuff. And I read the things. They didn't say anything about the dude nipples. So I was not breaking any violations. I was not showing anything exciting. I was even wearing a little shower cap, right? And I had a gua shy thing, a roller. Cucumbers for my eyes. I was being drizzled with bath salts. Sprinkled all over me as I lived. And they shut me down for that. All I was doing was sharing some self-care tips and idiocy with everybody, and it's like I'm naked right now under my clothes. I'm fucking butt naked. Right here under. There's not much between you and me other than, maybe thousands of miles and some very complex layering of photons, frequencies to transmit data. But other than that, it's like, why wouldn't you shut me down right now, TikTok? I'm just as butt-ass naked now as I am when I was butt-ass naked on TikTok. Like, what's the difference, really? So I gotta be careful with what I say. Even here. I feel like this is my own TV show that I should be able to say the things that I want to say, the things that people need. Or a man should be able to have a self-care bath in the middle of the day on a Friday and not get shut down. I had a roller, and then there was another hand coming in on both sides of my face right when we got shut down. On both sides of my face right when we got shut down. It was like my crowning achievement, Thank you for those roses. Okay, are we ready to do this spell? My epidermis is showing. For real. There's a bunch of it. We're all naked, right? Everybody's all naked inside of their clothes. Think about it right now. We're all naked here together. Just rest into that for a moment, The only option is to try again with a more modest title. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll just get in the bathtub with clothes on. I'll get in the bathtub with a shirt on, but I won't wear any pants. But all they'll see is me wearing a shirt, but I'll be no pants, naked, Like the big one. I'll show them I thought it would be so funny. But it was lame. They shut me down. You're warming us up for... Oh, yeah. Sorry, we were going to ascend. I'm sorry. We were totally... Okay, everybody ready to ascend? Let's burn some sage. Okay, everybody get something burnable, even if it's just like a stack of paper or something next to you. If you don't have any sage or Palo Santo or weed or anything, just get something that burns. Because you can't ascend without something smoking away. I have incense going too. So, just put your arms out. Okay, good. Yeah? You guys feeling it? Yeah, you still got some evil spirits on you. That's better. All right. It's not mushroom tea. I'm really just being a jackass. Oh, what's up, Utah? You just got cleansed. Now we're going to do... Here's the thing with doing an ascension spell. Like... I'm just making it up. But that's just like all of the other stuff that everybody does. Oh, Sarah's here. Sarah, we're going to have an ascension right now. Are you ready? Get your crystals. I know you got some good ones. Everybody, you were burning sage or whatever. We got that. Now I need you to take your crystal, closest crystal, grab a crystal anywhere near you, and give it a good sniff. Did you feel the tingle? Did you feel the ascensionalini tingling in your guts? I hope so. Oh, you got the Palo Santo? I'll do a little Palo Santo too. Because if I'm going to ascend all of you right now at the same time, woo! We're going to need some Palo Santo. Can I highly recommend you guys just get a torch lighter for lighting this shit? Those other little big thumb burners are just not the way. All right, let's ascend. All right, I'm going to light this ascension candle. This is going to open your third eye because it's purple. And when your third eye is opened, when this burns fully down, and all of the ascension energy goes into the universe, your third eye is going to be fully opened and no more crusty eye. It's like getting pink eye, kind of. Different though when you're ascending. It's going to blast open and you'll be there. So here's the thing about ascension. You're absolutely perfect as you are right now. Like, you're so perfect. You haven't fucked anything up. All of the things you've been doing have been leading you right to this moment for you to realize the truth of yourself, of how amazing you are and how beautiful you are. And what an absolutely, gift you are to society and your full you-ness and who you are as a person. So as this candle burns, that crust of your third eye falls off. You will see your perfection in your moment, and you will truly feel that, and you will become that ascended being in every breath that you take. Voila. Eat that, suckers. You gotta wait for it to burn out to be fully ascended, but, you're most of the way there. Did you feel it? All right. You got all ascended. Sarah, did you feel it? Is Rosie and Henry there? What's up, guys? You made this a TikTok. It definitely go viral. You guys felt it. That's because you guys got rad crystals. Oh, they're asleep already? What time is it? 8:26? You already got them to sleep? Why don't you come over and hang out with me? They're going to sleep through the night, I swear. Yeah. You guys just ascended. As soon as you realize that you're absolutely in this like perfect, beautiful process, and that the only thing outside of that perfection is your view on it, and thinking that it is not a perfect, beautiful process. So once that candle burns out, your crusty ass third eye is going to be all cleared up, like a nice little shot of penicillin for its CAS, crusty ass syndrome. You'll have an open third eye, and then you'll realize how ascended that you are, bitches. Ha. Everything is exactly where it needs to be. Yup. Now Sarah's got me going. I better play you guys a song. My pick ascended. Fuck. Damn it, the spell was too good and my pick ascended. All this hippie shit everywhere. Crystals. Oh. Oh. I spotted her. I almost got up. That'd have been tragic. Could you imagine how I had to get up? My pick was right where it needs to be. Ding. Yeah. Okay, I got this now. Hey guys, what's up? What's up? We ascended. If you're just catching up right now, that was this ascension spell, that candle burning. So just, you'll ascend with us. Don't worry. it going, everybody? How's it going? Everybody doing okay? Every day is a great day. Yay. Yay. I did have a great day. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You can totally feel connected. I'm putting a lot of love out there for you guys to connect to, you know? I'm like really... Thank you, Sarah. I really just played that song for Sarah, but you guys got to feel some of those vibes too. So if you feel connected to me, that's because I love you. That's all. So just calm the fuck down. It's okay. You're okay to be loved. It feels a little bit weird sometimes when you're not used to it. And it can feel scary. Because it can feel like, no, this person can't love me. But that's just our own fears of non-acceptance. Like we can only feel love from another at the level that we can love ourselves. So just take a little bit, like a little scoop. Have a little scoop. If it feels weird, it's okay. You'll get over it. Dude, I don't know what Nutshell by AIC, but I'm into it. My life is falling apart, but your posts have helped the past few days. Good. Listen, here's the thing about life falling apart, right? I like John Mayer. I'm not a big, super fan. Look. Here's what's great about life falling apart. Let's just think of the good stuff. What's great about it is it's always falling apart. In every moment of your existence, life is constantly falling apart. It's the nature of the fucking universe. Just the nature of the electron jump from atom to atom changes everything at a molecular level. That's why everything crumbles. It's just your little tiny view on time, your tiny little view on what existence is hurts us because we say, no, I'm going to hold on to this thing when it's just constant motion. Right? So when it's falling apart, you realize, oh, never mind, it's always been doing this since the beginning of all the shit. And it's just me in the middle here that's fighting this natural progression of the shit that's happening. And that's why it hurts. So, you just gotta let the stuff go. You just gotta let it flow past, you know? You just find your beauty in that moment, because that moment turns into your future. And as soon as you get tapped in on the beauty, your future's beautiful. You're done. But life falling apart sucks. I mean, let's be real here. It's not fun. Nobody likes it. So, Alice in Chains. Nature of the game. I probably could look it up on this phone real quick. And no, I don't want to do that. The only thing that's constant is change. Yeah, we really get hung up on wanting it to not change when it's just constantly change. Like it is. By nature of the fact that it is change, it's change. Like your moment doesn't even work without constant motion. Like if you were to stop all atomic action and activity, you would lose all of the atomic field of everything that is, all of what we consider reality. And so if you actually stopped a moment, it would fall apart. It would just be nothingness. Atomic dust in a non-existent wind. Because there would be no gravity. There would be nothing. It's hard to comprehend. So even that moment that you wish to attain is a state of constant motion. Because to stop what is to unravel the very fabric of existence. So don't get hung up when it's a little hard. It's just life happening. Okay, first podcast episode has entered the chat. How did you enjoy the first podcast episode? You're right. It's the nature of the game. Change. Yeah, game of life. Can just change, you change. The only constant is change. The only variable is rate. Oh, I like that, Corey. Corey, the zoologist, plantologist, phraseologist. Corey's just swinging that hammer. Coming in here, just blazing, you know? Damn. All right, what do you guys want to talk about? Let's talk about something weird. That'll be fun. I guarantee you, I'll have something weird to say about anything weird you guys want to talk about. Aliens. Oh, you guys want to do aliens? You guys want to get clapping up great cheeks? I know what you're about. And what age did you start playing guitar? I was like, this portal today. Oh, psychic aliens? Psychic aliens who play guitar in a portal. Let's talk, guys. Let's talk. Okay. So there's these things called psychic aliens. And there's a portal. A taco portal. And one day, little baby taco alien. No, okay, fuck that. Portals and aliens. So we got this 222 Taco Tuesday thing going on today. We're going to talk about aliens because they're going to come out of this portal. Billion hobbies. Yes, you're multidisciplinary on a hug break. Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry, guys. Come here. I really kind of neglected you. Come on in. Come in. I love you. You got this. Come here. Yeah. Just bring it in. Give it a squeeze. Man, that felt good. Is that better? So I don't know about these portals, right? We had some fancy 11/11 portal one time. A bunch of hippies were doing a thing, meditating all night and drinking tea. Getting all jacked up on some ancient Japanese green tea. This guy was real excited about his tea. He had the setup. This was the baby Jesus portal, right? This is the big one. This was the dawning. This was the age of Aquarius. This is the second or third or something coming. It's in hippie land. We're talking conjunction junction. Like there's some stuff happening in space. Probably aliens. And there was talk about a portal, and I was like, I don't know what that means, but I'm into it. I definitely like meditating, and these guys seem pretty cool. So we'll go do some breath work and meditate all night and get jacked up on green tea. And man, I was just meditating. I was like there to kind of see this show, the hippie show. Conjunction junction, what's your function? Yes. Have you done LSD before? Look at me. Listen to me. Just listen. And this guy that was doing the tea ceremony, he's like, my dad, the tea that we were going to, like the big one we were going to drink, and he had all these little mix-ins in. I was pretty sure we were going to be drinking the Kool-Aid and all in some comet land, but it seemed real cool, so I was just going with it. And when I realized it was pretty important to this guy, like we're talking like life's work kind of important, he was like, my grandfather harvested this tea. He's got this little ancient box of tea. He's like, my grandfather harvested this tea, and I'm thinking, he's like, it was like the last in the line, and they've been like fermenting it and saving it for this event. It's like 12 of us there. Some fancy house. Everyone's wearing robes and stuff. Oh, it was a shit show. It was a real shit show. And when he's breaking out tea that his grandfather like smuggled in his butt through the war, that's when you know, like, someone's taking this seriously. So I was just thinking about planets and stuff, how they line up, and these big electromagnetic events. And when you got this event of all of these planets lining up in a conjunction, it's like stacking magnets on top of each other. And then there's this planet laser of electromagnetic force, and I'm pretty sure there's aliens like, shooting Earth with the space laser of magnetic force. And that's what astrology is, in case you guys were confused about how astrology plays into your life. That's basically the Cliff's Notes. That's how it works. All that space laser stuff. And so that's when I became aware, like, oh yeah, okay, I get it. I get a conjunction, like when the planets are lined up in space. It's just this like accentuated electromagnetic beam that of course you're going to feel something different. And honestly, I liked the idea of the age of Aquarius happening like from the same star configuration that was apparently the Star of David when Christ was born, that came back around, you know, a little while later, and we drank tea to celebrate it. It was a lot warmer than any nativity scene I've ever seen pictured. Those seem all cold, like you need a lot of some robes. But we were by the beach, and it was really nice, and the door was open. Even at night, we meditated all night. It was really a thing. Okay. In nature's pocket. What's in nature's pocket? Oh, we're talking about the Lilsties? Aliens with freaking lasers strapped there. Yeah, it's basically like that. But if that alien was a real big alien and they had a space laser made out of planets and stuff, like, think about it. Maybe we're just existing inside of a little, energetically inside of a little amulet on some witch's forehead in some other space dimension. And we're feeling the space lasers from our brain. You never know about this stuff, guys. Don't take it so seriously. Can we talk about recent Bose-Higgins superposition of molecules? No, I want to talk about that, but my brain's not on that right now at this moment. You're my favorite live every time, but I need to read up there. What's up, fellow San Diegan? Where are you at in San Diego? Liz? Are we friends? We're not friends. We're friends now. Makeup artist, single mom lover, Jesus. Play something country. I don't know any country. Get out of here, Liz. San Diego. Yep. Amethyst 111 1-1ers is up. You're Carlsbad, right? Aren't you up in Carlsbad? Theory of relativity. Oh, yes. Yes. What's up? Snail King God? Snail King OD. Snail King God. How's the candle going? It's good. If anybody missed the spell, you guys are all ascending right now. We got this purple candle burning to burn off that crusty ass third eye of yours. All fucked up, beyond recognition. Like nobody can see out of that hazy ass thing. But once that candle's done burning, it's gonna open. And we're gonna get all 5D up in this bitch. Do you get the sage bundle? Did I? How's the candle going? Did I? I got the sage bundle. I burned a bunch of it earlier, and I got all the evil spirits out here so we could ascend. Poway. Grew up in Del Mar. All right. You're doing that country life thing. That Poway business. I just really told my mom to stop watching the news. Yeah. Oh, man, my mom, she loves it. She's like into the Trumpianity stuff. And the conservative news, and she just gets, it's so angry feeling every time, like I get in her car or something, turn it on, and the radio comes blasting, and it's like, it feels angry. I'm just like, oh, I don't even know what you're saying right now, but it's just like, ugh, like, I don't like this. It doesn't feel good. But then again, that's what you get for listening to the news from any angle. It's all contrived to fuck with your brain and keep you angry. So you just follow the rules. Or the man-made element that was created by nuclear accretion does not exist in nature. Correct. True. How long will it take for the candle to burn? I'm going to guess another couple hours. So you probably might have to just wait for your third eye. This is crusty ass third eye. Like, we're talking, you've been crusting that thing for a little bit here now, you know. So give it a second to work the spell. Gotta go in the emergency room. I'll join back. Okay, you're in the emergency room because you work at an emergency room, or you're having an emergency in an emergency room watching this live. We need to know this. Opinions on marijuana. Ooh, let's talk about the marijuana. Let's talk about the devil's lettuce, jazz cabbage. it's a cool molecule fuckery in your endocannabinoid system. It's like it breaks down your energetic walls of maybe fear of being okay. And it lets you sit in a little bit of okayness, but it also fucks with your reality a little bit. And it makes you open to a lot of stuff because that endocannabinoid system has something to do with your field of energy, your auric field, something to do. So it like makes you open to feeling everything around you. It's like a little bit consciousness altering in different doses. It can definitely teach people how to feel a little bit deeper, and it can definitely block people from feeling a little bit deeper. You can definitely escape to it, and you can use it for some good medicine. It's a pretty intriguing plant, really. It has a lot of cool compounds in it. I don't know, what else do you want to know? You all about that sativa business. Yeah, the jazz cat, the devil's lettuce. You're back. You're with your sister. Is your sister having an emergency? That pineal gland, though. But what if you smoke the jazz cabbage and haze up your pineal? You ever think about that? You probably should. That sweet, sweet pineal gland. Endocrine, baby. Yup. Hey, everybody. Sorry I'm late. Yes, Spaceman. What the fuck, bro? We were all crying. We actually did a little hour of... It wasn't even an hour of silence and solitude. It was just an hour of crying. Because you weren't here. Okay, is your sister okay? She's in the emergency room. You guys, are you enjoying the 2222s? Yeah. I'm having a blast. I'm here on TikTok. Talking about the toodles. We ascended. We've got a spell going to break it up in your crusty third eye. Also got this. So that's doing it too. That's a shame you missed it. Yeah, it was good, man. Yeah, you guys are all besties. Yeah. Okay, here's the rules. If you come hanging out here, right, and you feel some good vibes, and you're like, that feels nice. I want you to first feel nice with all the people in the comments section, like a collaborative force of feeling nice. Like, yeah, we're gonna feel nice together. Let's feel fucking nice. Blast it out. And then you guys will work as a collaborative force of quantum will to make those around you also feel nice. Huh? We can work together to feel nice together. Wouldn't that be dreamy? I'm into it. Okay, you got a chakra pyramid. Closest to the crystals you get. You got a chakra pyramid. This is good. I like the chakras and stuff. Sniffing crystals. Sniffing crystals is pretty. It's great. It's really. I've never actually smelled anything from one of them, but I just enjoy doing it because it's so good for a laugh. You guys are all great. All of these. Look at this comment love section. You guys, what's up? Hello. I'm glad you're all here. I'm really glad you're here. So far tonight, we've ascended. Well, we're working on it. Candles burning. We've, Oh, can I tell you guys about the first time I smoked a marijuana as an adult? Just one marijuana. It's funny as shit. Oh, it's... Okay, so here's how it went down. Because I was living this fairly conservative lifestyle. It's kind of church vibes, you know? And I had this shop. I employed a bunch of musicians building music gear. So granted, half of the guys smoked weed, and probably the rest of them smoked weed. They just didn't tell me. And I'd get in these arguments with these guys, and I'd be like, you shouldn't smoke weed, because when you smoke the weed, then you smoke the weed, Like all the arguments you were taught, all the really good ones. And they had better things to say than I did. So I was like, okay, maybe I should read up on this. So I read up on it, and I was like, Google tell me Google on the wall, like, what's up with weed? So I'd search like benefits of medicinal marijuana, negatives of medicinal marijuana, you know, just whatever I could Google search back and forth to try to educate myself. And all of the ones that were like negatives of medicinal marijuana were like, well, you should smoke weed because if you smoke weed, then you'll smoke the weed, and then you'll be smoking the weed, and then you'll probably kill a baby, you know. It was really kind of lame, not really great. Like, it just seemed kind of small. It wasn't very in-depth. And it was all the same across the board. Every website said the exact same thing. And then you get the benefits of it, and it's like all of this crazy-ass stuff happening. And I remember watching this video of this man with Parkinson's. And if you don't know what Parkinson's is, it's a neurological disease where you lose some motor control. Your brain's not talking to your muscles, and you get real shaky, and everything's just like this really ordeal to talk, and it's just tough, you know. It's this really tough thing. And I watched this video of this guy, shaky as could be. I couldn't hold a glass of water to save his life. And he smokes, he takes a hit. You can barely take a hit, just one hit. And then it's like 3 minutes later, the guy's having a perfectly normal conversation, drinking some tea. And I was like, what is this devil's lettuce? You know? I was really intrigued. And I was reading about all this stuff with depression and stuff. And I was like, okay. My inquisitive mind really needs to know what's going on here, right? Okay, I gotta check up with these comments here. Tom DeLong, is that you? He lives in the town. He used to have this little shop down there over by, it's Gadanya took it all over. Sarah, I'm glad you're still hanging. It makes me happy that you're here. Okay, so anyway, I decided that I'm gonna have to try a marijuana. Just one. I'm not gonna do a bunch of marijuanas. I'm just gonna try one marijuana. And this is in the time of California when it was legal if you had a card, right? If you had a medical reason, then you could get a card, and then you could go to Magical Weed Land to buy weed somewhere. I don't know where the place was. You'd see these places pop up around town, and then they would disappear. You know, they'd be up for a week, and then they'd vanish because the sheriff was there. I don't know how it works, but I was like, I'm going to do this legally, you know. I'm going to be an upstanding citizen and go find out how to buy one legal marijuana. And so I finally get my little appointment at the place to go talk to a doctor or something, and they send me to this little office. I fill out some paperwork. It seems kind of like bullshit, right? It doesn't seem like they really care. You know, I'm playing it cool. Real cool. Trying to not act like a cop. You know, I'm drinking a Gatorade. I know what flavor the Gatorade is. Not the color. That means you're a cop. And I go in this little room with a computer, and there's a man pops on the computer box. And he doesn't really seem to care about my afflictions and why I need medicinal marijuana. Because I had some soreness in my legs from standing and working like 12-hour days. It was painful, and I was stressed out because my business was struggling at the time. And so I figured these are reasonable things. So I'm really like trying to do this like on the straight and narrow. And the man's like, okay, what's the problem? And I was like, well, actually my legs. And he's like, okay, I'd recommend he's just like, he's like, I don't care. And he talks over me, right? Okay, Rick Simpson drops a Phoenix Tears help. This is a like a distillation, or what's going on there, Sarah? Tell me about this. I don't know about it. So anyway, they don't care. They don't care. It's all a show. So I go up to the front desk, and they're like, okay, looks like the doctor approved you for your card. They're like, do you have a recommendation from your doctor? And I was like, I don't actually have a doctor. It's like, would a chiropractor count? You know, would an herbalist count? And they're like, well, can you get a recommendation in the next 6 months. And I was like, well, I'm sure I can find a doctor or somebody to give me a recommendation. And they're like, can you get a recommendation in the next 6 months? And I'm like, I'm really pretty sure I know one doctor, he'd probably be okay with it, you know? And the lady's like, can you get a recommendation? And I'm like, I can definitely get, and she's like, here you go, and hands me the card. So then there's Daniel with his new weed card, right? Like, does anyone know where the weed is? You know, I'm standing out on the street corner, lost in the land of trying to find a marijuana. We just wanted one marijuana to try. I wanted to see what it felt like. I mean, I'd smoked when I was in high school a little bit, but it's a different context, you know, thinking it through. So I drive to the place on the weed maps, and it doesn't exist. There's like not an address there. It's like, where the fuck? I call them. They're like, oh yeah, we're over here, which is like across town. I'm like, why would you do this? It's all secret tunnels and stuff. Like, you gotta go through these secret tunnels. And now it's night. Okay, I'm supposed to be going up to Del Mar to meet up some artists that were playing at the big fairground there. And maybe it was night. I don't remember. Something like that. No, it was on the way back. That's what I did. Oh, I couldn't find it on the way up, so I decided on the way back because they were still open, and it was night by then. So now it's nighttime, and I'm in like this industrial complex, like behind some buildings. I'm like, this seems really different. Like, maybe, I mean, I'd go skate back here at night, but you know, it was interesting. So I got my weed card. Hello, I'd like one marijuana. So I go in there, and it's this, I don't know if you ever walked into a proper weed store before, but you're expecting to buy some weed or some one marijuana. And there's 1,000 different marijuanas in there. There's all sorts of colorful packaging of different things that you can consume and or smoke or do whatever with, stick in your butt probably. Everywhere. I'm overwhelmed. There's jars of all the different buds. I'm just lost. Not really like Kid in a Candy Shop because I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just lost. I have no idea who I am anymore at this point. Reality is turning inside on itself. So I'm like, hey guys, I really don't know what I'm doing. Like, I've never actually been in. They're like, this is your first time buying a marijuana? And I was like, this is my first time buying a marijuana. Can you just point me to the marijuana? I don't know what all these things are. So they sell me 2 of the shop, like pre-rolls, like the joints, right? So I'm like, sweet, you know, I was here to buy a marijuana, but I'll take 2. And these are the fatties, right? With the big ball on it, like the big thick end. You know, it's like probably like a gram of weed. So I take this marijuana. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna just like do this in like a chill place and just smoke a little bit of it. I'm not gonna smoke a whole marijuana. I'm just gonna smoke like half a marijuana. And so I went to this industrial park. I knew where it was. It was like where my dad used to have a shop. And it was like this industrial park in this little picnic area. I was like, I can like have a marijuana and chill out here for like an hour privately. You know, just have a little moment, see what this is like. And so I smoked this marijuana. And I got about halfway through this marijuana. The entire fucking joint. And my reality is not the same anymore. Nothing is working right. The thought of any motion of my head is very spinny. Right? I just have to lay back on this bench in the oblivion of nothingness as the fabric of reality reconstructs itself to gently hold me. It was a very exciting moment in my life. If you can imagine being so stoned that, I don't know if you can imagine being this stoned, but it was It was some other kind of stoning. I didn't get home till like 3 a.m. I had to just wait it out. Just wait it out on that bench. I didn't know what was happening. I probably got probed by an alien. Whew. Anyway, it was a good one. I learned a valuable lesson that one man's marijuana is not exactly one marijuana. You know? Okay, where are we at? Love the viz, man. Keep up, Brad. So the first time, we had some good story time here. You guys were talking about some things. We were talking about the Phoenix Tears. You're gonna have to tell me about that, Sarah. Okay. Spark and Zephyrin's top tier. You can sit and borrow a volcano and drink tea. Oh, that's kind of sick. Please don't tell me you smoked the whole thing. I didn't smoke the whole thing. I smoked half of a marijuana. I was unbelievably fucked up. I can't explain to you how I couldn't. Reality wasn't working. There was too many THC molecules in my endocannabinoid system, and my stuff didn't work anymore. Be careful out there, marijuana people. Now, if I smoke too much marijuana, it just doesn't really help me at all. It doesn't do good things for me. It just gets me down. Been so high, I remember the first time I smoked was lying in the grass field. Yeah. Oh yeah. I got Rick and Morty'd. Hard. I was into a different place. These are the stories for campfires. It was, you feel like having a video game the first time. Something else. Oh, you used to roll 3.5 gram blunt. Corey, you're a man of mystery. Sweet Christ. That would just kill a bear. So, I had this roommate who was into dabs for a little while, and I had like dabbed one time a little bit, knowing that it might kill me, and I did it with her a few times just because it was something else. It was really something else. But we had this other roommate who was just real tough. He was tough, right? Real tough. It's like a physical fitness, like coach trainer thing. Real tough guy, you know? And he wanted to try the dab. And I don't know if you know what a dab is, but a dab is like smoking one marijuana 100 times. It's just condensed marijuana goo that will fuck you up so unbelievably. Anyway, so our roommate, who's real tough, he wants to try. And so she's a skinny little thing and just sucking dabs down all day. I don't know how she did it. And Ian smokes his dab. He just goes into another dimension. He couldn't move. We were dying. He's like so tough. Does his shit all together, and he was just dead. He was so dead, you guys. I'm crying. He was so dead. Oh, do I have to pay for these vibes? No, they're free. Just take some to share. Take some to share with your friends. Because it's better that way. When you feel good inside. Thank you for the roses. Then you feel good inside. And then you end up sharing them with your friends. And then they feel good inside. And it's like this, it's like a big love fest. need some more stories. What do I need to tell a story about? Dabs or something else. I'm not really in. It's just too much. I'm going to have people for the first time. Yeah. It comes of necessity. I think it's all jacked up. I think what happens is we don't necessarily get addicted to weed. We get addicted to the feeling of relaxed. Like it forces you to relax. And then when we go back to feeling our normal self, it hurts, like we're tense. And so we run away from ourselves. We run away from all our internal pain and our trauma and stuff like that to a substance to minimize the effects of life on ourselves. In all honesty, I've been watching your content for about a month and you've helped me gain so much. It makes me so happy. Joy bubbling over in my heart. I love it. All right. I took a double shot of Canada. That's the highest I've ever been. So much perspective. I'm glad you like the perspectives and stuff. Got to go to bed. Good night. Thanks for the vibe. See you next time. Glad you hung out. You're a fellow Pisces, by the way. I am a Pisces. Oh, it's going to be my birthday, guys. March 4th. That's coming up pretty soon, isn't it? How old am I going to be? I think 43. I'm going to be 43. What am I going to do for my birthday? You guys want to have a party? You guys all want to come over and have a big fucking party? That'll be awesome. For a month as well, and I feel like I've gained a new friend. You have gained a new friend. You come to my birthday party. It's going to be cool. Oh man, orange cookies wax tasted like something. Sometimes, yeah, those things can be good. Oh, Spaceman's the Leaves. What candle did you choose? I chose the 5th dimension or 4th dimension. The 4th, did I say? Yeah, my birthday is the 4th, March 4th. It's a command. Yup, the best Pisces are in March. Yeah, that's right. Absolutely. 43 years young, baby. Wait, are you also a March 4th? You're March 4th? Huh. Wow, look at this Pisces. We got a Pisces fest in here, guys. Damn. 1998. Here's the neat thing about that. I graduated high school in 97. I don't feel old or anything. It's cool. Yeah, okay. Congratulations to us being March 4th. Obviously the best birthday out there. Like, if you gotta have a birthday, that's the one. Hey, will you guys talk amongst yourselves while I heat up some water for my tea and or use the bathroom? Is that cool? You're turning 33? Oh, enjoy it. Ow, it hurts me badly. Everything hurts. Just the legs, we're good. Okay. I want you guys to just keep an eye on her, okay? Talk amongst yourselves. Pay no mind to the man behind the curtain. I seriously need a little sign that just says, I'm going pee. Because it happens sometimes, you know? When you're sitting here drinking a bunch of pee. Are you guys still talking about Pisces and stuff? What's going on here? We'll just talk about Pisces while the water's warming up. Oh, those knees. Mother of God. All right. 98, Leo. All right. Do y'all believe in astrology? I believe in astrology. Do you guys want to talk about astrology? It's magnets. It's pretty awesome. You're a thought of a Pisces Stachio. 98 Leo. Okay, you got a bunch of these Leos and 98s in here. I like this. What did that say? All Pisces are actually Pisces Stachio. Yes, that is a Taylor guitar. My friend, this guy Bob, gave it to me. The man, the myth, the legend himself. 38 going on 22. Get younger and stronger every year. I truly, for real. Being skating the last couple of years, like actually like going after it, like I'm gonna skate and be good at it. Like pushing myself a little bit. I swear it shaved like 5 years off my life. Like get something like cool and active to do. Yeah, highly recommended that. If you're like fat and out of shape, like get some pads until you're in shape and then you can fall. Still can't over the fact that we share a birthday and I still connect you since I found. Yay! I'm stoked we share a birthday. Are we friends here? No. Now we are. Your videos are fun to watch and educate on. Good. I'm glad. Got a 98 Virgo up in the house. I love me some Virgo vibes. Little unfamiliar with astrology. Oh, we're gonna talk about astrology, guys. As soon as my tea is ready, okay? We're gonna have a big. Yeah, what's up with the 98s in here? My knees, I sit in cross-legged position a lot when I'm doing client work because I'm wearing like a meditation space. So I had 2 long sessions, or like 2 hours. So I've been just sitting in that position for maybe 5 hours today between doing lives and client work and stuff. So my knees just get a little achy by the end of the day. But I like sitting in that seat because it keeps me like my body energetically in the space that I want for doing the client work stuff. I had a great day and I'm glad you're here. Okay, still planning on a meetup. We're talking about that on live. Yeah, maybe that's what I should do for my birthday. Just have a big old meetup. 97 for you. Thoughts on dopamine, specifically on resisting dopamine highs. Okay, well, dopamine's a really interesting neurotransmitter because dopamine does 2 different things. It'll give you the little up and it'll give you the down, and it's kind of how your nervous system perceives of it. You guys know what that sound is? That's the sound of... You hear it? That's the sound of tea Christmas, everybody. Okay, all right. Settle down. Settle it on down. There's no need to get that excited. I understand that you're having a process of turning from liquid to gas, and it's very exciting. A lot of pressure involved. I'm going to need you to just remain in mostly a liquid state. All right, we're coming back, guys. Have no fear. Have no fear at all. Let's talk about astrology. And specifically, astrology babes. Because that's really why you get into astrology, right? There's a lot of cute girls That's just a little side note for anybody interested in astrology. Can you guys feel your third eye decrustifying still from that candle? Because we got this going on. Major revelations? Are you planning on a meet? Yeah, we're going to do a meetup. I'm going to do a birthday meetup. That's what we got to do. It'll be sick. Birthday March meetup, yeah. How close are you guys? I know a few of you guys are San Diego. How close are you guys to San Diego vibes? HTP is the dopamine. Cup of tea, water bomb, bring back black currant pity. You know what I did? I did the love blend, the Puka Love one. It's like chamomile with some rose. It's really good. I bought it for Sarah, but she never comes over and drinks it. But then I bought her other drinks too. So I've been drinking all of it. Okay, astrology. That's right. All right, can we talk about astrology here? All right, this is important stuff. Other than the birthday meetups. 3 hours away. Detroit's close enough. Minnesota. Okay. Dude, what if we had a birthday weekend? That would be so fun. Oh yeah, you get out here, Riverside. Yeah. I wish I could put a big tent up in my yard. You guys could all just stay in a big birthday yurt. We'd have a bonfire and I'd play you some songs. Let's talk about astrology. I better burn some sage. This might get serious. Everybody burn some sage. Get the evil spirits out of here. Just real quick. Alright, we're good. Astrology. It's like this. Think about yourself. But then think about yourself made out of meat and stuff and bones. And then think about all those meat and bones made out of cells and things. And then think about all those cells made out of atoms, right? These little vibrating things. Spinning around, creating this atomic field. And the way those atoms stick to each other is with the little magnet inside. Each one has a little magnet. Can't see it, it's real small. But there's one in there because they stick to each other like these little buzzing. So there you got this like meta level of life that we're all kind of built out of. And I don't know if you've ever played with an Etch-a-Sketch. It's a very advanced device. Little red thing with a white screen, little knobbers on it, and you move a little pin around which has a magnet on it. And inside of that white sand, there's some little iron particles. And when you move that magnet by, all those iron particles go, and they line up, north to south, like magnets. Current flow. And so, it's almost like your atoms are all these little spinny McDoos in there, doing the spin, being held together with magnets, creating the thing that is you. It's almost like when those planets go strafing past you, all of that atomic energy that is you spinning, as it's still spinning, it kind of goes, it gets pulled one way or another. So you get the moon comes by over here, and it's like, oh, I feel you, moon. And you'll note that the moon does have an effect on us. Not just, I mean, yes, it is an electromagnetic effect, but even like the gravitational pull in that electromagnetic effect of the moon, I've seen this event happen where the entirety of the motherfucking Pacific Ocean gets pulled to one side of the world, and then it gets pulled back. All of that water, can you imagine? It's a lot of water, and it's like 8 pounds a gallon. It gets pretty deep in spots too. This moon's just yanking it around. Here you go. Yeah, here you go, motherfucker. You know, it's like, it's pretty intense. It's like slow scale intense. It's not like MMA welterweight intense. It's like real slow intense, but it's intense. So anyway, I digress. So you got all these big old spinning celestial bodies out there of of electromagnetic stuff happening. So of course, when all the planets are like pulling this way and all your atoms are spinning, pulling towards that, it's going to feel a certain way, because the way that the energy goes through your body is the way that you feel. So now your feeling energy gets yanked over here by some big conjunction junction, and people are like, what's your function? So it's just magnets. And I think the magic of astrology is the brilliant minds like Hermes and things like that were able to look at the patterns of humanity and say, everybody feels this way a little bit when all of these big old glowy things are doing this. That's the brilliance of it, really, seeing those patterns. Because everything's just patterns. It's all math. It's very exciting. Do we have any other questions on astrology? You love the moon. I love the moon too. Draw a circle on one of those. That's God level concentration. What are we talking about, Corey? What are we talking about? Vienna, that one we don't. Yeah, you're down for the year. I know it. We just have a big cuddle puddle in there. Oh, it'd be good. Some aging. What can I do in our brains? Oops, Brenda, you want to know how to not get old brain? I don't know what's wrong with aging. You know all the things you didn't know before. And hopefully at this point you've realized that you don't know shit. Because the more you know, the more you get yourself in trouble. So you've learned to just enjoy the process. So just enjoy the process, I feel like I clicked on this live at the wrong time. It's possible, but I'm glad you're here. Weird style intense. Imagine what the moon does to our brains. Yeah, there's a lot of energy going on there. Lion's mane mushrooms are amazing. Yes, lion's mane mushrooms for the brain. That is a good one. Conjunction junction. Thank you for being there for that. Can you master the way color works? You can master music? The way color works? Wait, there we go. That's better. Yeah, I just fucking mastered it right there. Did you see that? Color mastery. What do you mean by that? I'm intrigued by this. Can you master the way color works like you can master music? Like if you're painting? Yeah. Color is just a feeling that you're putting on a canvas. I feel the mood of this is this way. You paint in a certain color, a mood, a feeling, a sensation, a vibration, a frequency. What do you mean by that question? I'm really intrigued. Can you master the way color works? I want to know what you mean by that. Yes, to the mushroom thing. Did you guys ever watch Fantastic Fungi? Great movie. Awesome. Not old brain. Brenda, now I'm always going to think of Brenda worrying about having an old brain. Brenda, calm yourself. Hey, thanks for the roses, guys. You guys are sweet. Corey, every day I fall farther from the Lord and Corey gets smarter. He's in here all the time, right? And he just comes out with these mushroom facts, animal facts. He's like the animal kingdom guy. Like he knows everything about every animal. Every one of them. Even animals that are unknown to the human species. Corey knows them. It's really impressive. Thoughts on astral energy projection. Kundalinis are colors and interconnected. How often do I drink? I've just been slamming this tea. It's herbal, but it's really good. I feel like I'm having some problems with it. Like I'm really doing a little too much. I don't drink very much. Just every now and then. If there's something, like if I'm at a little party or something and people are vibing a little bit, I might have a drink or two. Though the other month, I randomly really wanted a sour beer. I don't know why. I was like, man, I really want a sour. I never buy beer, and I bought some fancy beer at Lazy Acres. I'm going to go back to the astral projection, I swear. And it was 4 cans, like the fancy little pack of the sour beer. And I drank one of those things, and I was like, this is the best beer I've ever drank in my life. Like, I just poured it right into, like, my eyes and everything. It was so good. And then I ended up drinking all 4 of them that night. Now, I would honestly never do that. They're luckily fairly low alcohol. I didn't even really feel the alcohol. I just felt good. I was like, did I really drink all 4 of these? You know, it was like a progression of quite a few hours, but I was kind of shocked that I drank them all. And I went and I bought that same beer like a couple days later because I remember being so good. And I tried it again and I was like, this isn't even good. And I didn't want any more beer or sour beer. And it was almost like whatever was in that sour beer, my body was like, I need some of that. And I just wanted it for a second. And I didn't even feel messed up the next morning. I just felt good. It was weird. Okay, where's that astral stuff? Like the way image triggers emotions, color can trigger them also. Yeah. Well, think about like an artist, you know? Like creating something beautiful. Like they know how to trigger something in you with their colors and their art and stuff like that. Should I turn this light off? It's kind of awesome. I think there's a slower setting. Hold on. Let's see here. Oh, that was horrible. That's fucking rough. Ooh. Nope. No, that's not what we want. I wish this would go slower than that. Like, this is not good right here. We'll go to a different color spectrum. What do you guys want? Some yellow? Some red? It's too much red. Purple, maybe? Blue, cool blue. What's my favorite food? I'm a big sucker for Mexican food, honestly. I'll eat that shit all the time. And I'll be fat, not very healthy. So I have to watch myself and not eat it all the time. Okay. Because I'm scared where I'll go. Okay, so you're scared to drink or do anything to alter consciousness? Why are you scared to alter consciousness? I mean, not that you have to drink or do anything. But what's scary about that? I mean, you do it every night. Fall asleep, you have a dream. You don't piss and moan about that. You still go to sleep every night. Well, what's wrong with altering your consciousness a little bit, you know? Might learn something. You can set the mood in music if you're skilled, and I feel you do the same with color. Yeah, I think so. You can definitely. I think there's a mood to colors. Like I'm saying something by wearing some big dumb bright things, you know. Putting out a little vibe. There's a frequency to each color range. It's a particular vibration, actual hertz of how fast that little photon is vibrating to then bounce off something at a rate that makes you perceive it as being a particular color, I guess. Yeah, colors are a mood. Could that happen? Could what happen? Of course it could happen. Consciousness? Yeah, you could alter consciousness. What's wrong with that, though? Just go for it. Pour beer all over my face and the eyes. Yes, that was that good. Different colors, liquid pouring. Interconnect. Are we having colored life? You guys are talking about some weird stuff. 8060's aggressive color pulse is 86th. Oh, I thought we were going to the 86th dimension, but it's 86th. Love a good beer with Saison. Saison? What's a Saison? Did we talk about that already? I'm all about micro every morning. Yeah. Microdoses could really, really like change some people's chemistry and stuff and help you live a better life. Have you ever looked into the psychology of dreams? Not a little bit. I've read a little bit on it, but I definitely can feel into people's dreams when they tell me their dreams and there's a certain feeling to them. And I'm like, well, maybe you're time to tell yourself this. I think every time someone talks to me about dreams or I have like a sense of them, it's always just subconscious stories coming out. Like there's always something you're telling yourself in your dreams, because it's all just energy moving through and you're translating it through your ego. Now it's your ego of dream, your perception of how the dream was, or your ego of waking state, how you perceive this reality. But it's all this energy passing through, so I think you're talking to yourself in your dreams. It is an all-time high and I don't want it to go away. Well, then stay in that. Don't do anything to mess that up until you feel like maybe there's something else you want to do, and then whatever. Fears would hold us back to use anxiety to control us. Yes, I agree with you on that. Ego death is a blessing. It just started pouring rain in Santa Maria. Santa Maria. Oh, Brenda. Oh, you're in Santa Maria barbecue land, right? Can we talk about tri-tip here? I haven't eaten red meat for like the last few years, but I used to have a Santa Maria grill. Only red oak. It's the only thing you're allowed to cook on if you're doing Santa Maria. And it had a big cranky McDo, and the whole thing would come up and down, and I would just put piles of tri-tip on there. I had this Santa Maria seasoning that I'd gotten from another guy, secret stuff, you know. You gotta, you're not allowed to know it. But I figured it out. I don't know the exact ratios, but it tasted exactly the same. It was awesome. And then I would just cook up pounds of this stuff. Now, granted, I was in a much different space energetically in my own personal health and things, but God, Santa Maria tri-tip is... What's the deal with crystals? I have a few firmly lodged in my ass right now. I like to get the comfort cut. I feel like... Oh, crystals are a thing. I got one right here. In case I need to ascend a little bit. Just give that a sniff. I listen to my ancestors talking to me with it. No, they're really cool. They look really cool. Look at that thing. Feels nice in my hand. There seems to be an energy of some sort to it. And when you see something that cool and it strikes you, be like, wow. And you think, this is like clearing my field. And then you're probably just energetically clearing your own field, and so it works. I love crystals. I think they look really neat. Okay. You guys are just really offering each other some really good advice here. I don't even need to be here right now. I feel like I'm in a kung fu movie. Corey's like, what is beyond fear is the fear itself. Corey, did you ever read Dune? I feel like you read Dune. Fear is the mind killer. Fear is the little death. Sarah, are you still in here? I told Sarah she was a Bene Gesserit witch. I just left it hanging at that. And she's like, I'm going to take that as a compliment. I'm like, good. Grow a mustache. Yeah, that's the best advice that anybody's offered this whole evening. I actually grow a mustache on top of my mustache every night, and then I have to trim it off in the morning. Because I don't want you guys freaking out, you know. There's only so much mustache one man can bring into this world. We may be infinite beings, but there's only so much mustache one man can bring into this world. Okay, listen, Corey. Thank you. Thank you for the starseed hat stash thing. Corey, listen to me. I know you know we are of one mind in a lot of these things, right? We have a deep love for animals and random facts. But Dune is, you don't have to read all the books. You don't have to go, all the different books. But they're great. All of them are great. Until Frank Herbert died, and then they kind of jumped the shark a little bit with the whole like Miles Teg thing, and they got real confused on who the actual Kwisatz Haderach was, and it just got, you know, it was like when they rushed the last season of Game of Thrones, the TV show. It's kind of like that. I think they just lost the vision. Anyway, the first one is such a study in like humanity and like political control, and it's great. It's so good. It's like so relevant in its weird spaceship kind of way. It's really good. Anybody else read Dune? No? Dune is this legendary book from the 70s. Frank Herbert, just brilliant author. I don't know, it's a sci-fi, but it's like it's interestingly grounded. It feels real. It feels very like the humanities in it, you know. It's good. You love Dune. Good. Oh yeah, wait. Watch The Matrix. It'll make sense. Definitely watch The Matrix. If you haven't watched that, that's a good one for making sense out of things that don't make sense. Hunter Thompson-esque guy. I mean, I've heard the guy's name. I don't know. Maybe I've probably seen some quotes or something, but he sounds like a really nice guy. Unless it's a lady named Hunter S. Thompson, then sounds like a intriguing name choice. Hunter's talking about deja vu. What are my thoughts about deja vu? It's obviously a glitch in the Matrix. They changed something. I mean, if you saw the movie. This is my... Wait, Chris? Chris. Hello, Chris. Sorry, almost got you confused with another guy that commented today. I really enjoy The Matrix. If you haven't seen The Matrix, it's a really neat idea. It resonates with a lot of ideas you may have, or a lot of feelings. It's got the classic Christ figure in there, you know, salvation through giving himself to the thing that is. It's got a lot of classic storytelling and some really cool like cinematography and shooting stuff. A lot of things blown up. Everybody loves that. Right? I mean, look at Game of Thrones. It wasn't a lot of blowing up, but there's a lot of tits and swords, and who doesn't love that, you know? Yeah. Sorry about that. It really messed up that whole guitar vibe there. All right. You will get the gift of pattern recognition from this new place of existence. I really missed what you guys were talking about, but I'm into it. I feel like you guys are taking good care of yourselves. On the campaign trail. Brother to brother, thank you. I wish I could speak as simple as you. It's true linguist. I found that if you don't try to think about it, like really make it make sense, and you just say what, like the feel, like we were talking about painting, you just like bringing your feelings out in a certain color and a configuration. It's like the words, if you bring out your feelings, how you really like feel deeply about something, how you sense it, comes out truer, because it comes out embodied. There's like more to the communication. You feel the meaning of it. Because words are fucking wind, man. Like, they're just worthless. I say one thing, it means something to me culturally. There's people all around the world watching this thing. Some people that are watching it, and it's their, you know, English is a third or fourth language, maybe. And they're taking the words and translating through their lens of understanding, which may be like a couple layers deep. And then interpreting it through their worldview and their context. So it's like, if I'm saying anything other than I love you and you are accepted fully and completely, like with my energy, then it's not really going to connect. But the words I say are just kind of meaningless. Like, you're just taking them the way you take them. And they can be meaningful to you if you take them to be meaningful. but they mean nothing as far as an exchange. It's just reflecting some way you feel about yourself when you hear something from me or anybody else. Name of the Wind. Isn't that a big series, Kenny? One of those epic fantasy ones. Name of the Wind. Maybe it was just one of the books in a big series I read one time. Sativa. Who's got some sativa? I'm more of an indica person. Indica. Yeah, for whatever reason, it works backwards with me. You're right. Indica. Yeah, for whatever reason, it works backwards with me. You're right. Don't chase, just receive. Yes. Has anyone read Name of the Wind? Name of the Wind. Is that what's that guy's name? Richard? I swear I read that. Fill me in here. Lost my mind. It was beautiful. Now connecting to energy and seeing these people. Yeah, good. Intuition is more better than your egoic mind. Patrick Rothfuss. Yes. Yeah, it's a trilogy. Yes. The first two are out. Okay, maybe I read the first one or the second. Name of the Wind. Well, I obviously didn't finish the trilogy. Was that the swordplay? The light? No. Name of the Wind. I'm gonna have to go back and find that one. I know I have probably in my Audible or something. Kavath, yeah. Yeah, Kavath. What wasn't he were they the light warrior dudes that had the big armor? They got that sword, this energy from the storm. Was that the one? That was a pretty cool concept, and I remember them not being finished. Yeah, that's the one? Yeah, that was I like that one. The concept of that was a fun one. It's pretty gnarly too. And that one has a lot of good socio-political control angles too in it. Yeah, that's a good. We'll have to the lightning storms, yeah. Lightning storms, I think yeah. They get the storm, get the little crystal or whatever, and they gather the energy from the storm in their little crystals. That's some hippie shit right there. It's got storm energy in it. You guys? Are you drinking your water? Should we call it a night? Maybe I'll play a little song and we'll call it a night. How long have we been going here? Oh my gosh. Why can't I just... There it is. We've only been going 167 minutes. We're doing okay. Okay. Can you guys see this? Yep, you're halfway ascended. You'll be ascended by morning, don't worry. That's all you guys get. All right? All right? Is that enough? You guys feeling good? Oh, you guys are talking amongst yourselves. I trust you guys to take care of each other. Remember, kids, you're totally okay to be happy and enjoy your life. Like all the bullshit you're hanging on to and all the stuff you're getting worked up about, like you can just let it go. And if you're worrying about like it getting taken care of, if you can let it go and come at it from a space of just, oh, here I am with this stuff. And you're not holding on to it, demanding it to be painful, demanding it to be whatever. And you're free of it, and you can just live your life. You can still take care of all the same shit, but you can do it with a happy heart. So remember to practice that. Yeah? Yeah. You're welcome. And thanks for the roses, guys. I really appreciate that. You guys are awesome. Yeah. And take the vibes and like if you feel you remember being happy, like watching a live here, like I do these on purpose to get you guys some happiness and to like co-regulation of the nervous system. Oh, here's somebody being happy. I can be happy too. Right? Like it's on purpose. Take it with you. Take a bucket of it, you know, and then just be like, oh, that was fun. I'm going to go be happy and just push that shit on everybody around me. Just smear it on them, like butter them up with it. Get them all greasy, you know. Everyone's happier when they're greasy, so. You guys picking up what I'm putting down? Happy is key. Yeah, just practice it. Practice it. Practice it. I'm going to ding you guys out, okay? Everyone ready? Keep in mind that you're ascending right now. You're almost there. And you guys are awesome. I love you.